Hey collectors, Anthony from Hatchersnet here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Legacy United Beast Wars Tigerhawk. Anybody who watched the series knows that Tigerhawk is the fusion of Tigertron and Airazor. But before we take a look at the figure, let's see what's in the package here. The instructions, of course, and the Don't Hurt Yourself paper, so remember, don't hurt yourself. It came with a number of items that get attached to it. This is the only one that really doesn't have a regular place. It's some type of double pistol, I guess. It ends up, I mean, you can put it in his hand. And, I mean, you know, it's a very small gun for such a big figure. And the other stuff I'll show you in a sec that is attached to him. But first, let's look at the box. So, alt form on the front. On the side is robot form. And on the back, the conversion. And the typical Legacy United poster art. And now getting back to him, he is a big boy. He's hefty. There's no like waffles or anything. He's sturdy. So you get, in addition to the double pistol, there is the wing pieces that are already put on here. So let me pull one off. And they are stuck on there like really tight. And they look like this, and they fill out the wings nicely. He can use them as a bludgeon of some sort, or he can fend himself off on a hot day. Depends on where you're at. Okay, so these go back on. They are kind of like, they won't attach well unless you're in the right place, so you can't switch them back and forth, or as far as I can tell, you can't. But once they're on there, as I said, they are on there. The other pieces were these cannons here that actually go to this cannon piece here that flips out, and it's just this bottom piece here, and this has waffles on it, but it's going to be hidden most of the time, so it really doesn't even matter. But it sits here and then flips out, you know, in flight mode for battle. Same thing for this one over here. There we go. And then of course this wing here. So that is all the pieces that came with him. His transformation is a pain in the butt, because if you don't get it exactly right, it won't go together. And this is another one that reminds me of the T-Rex Megatron, you know, Kingdom mold from the previous series, because it is such a pain in the butt. Let's take a closer look at him before I get too into the weeds here. Got an ugly face, and then here's the back. There's a lot going on. And these pieces down here, I happen to, like, they're supposed to be like gears or something, but they also fill in this gap here. During transformation, they seem to fall off, or not necessarily fall off, but disconnect for me. Although I also just realized that the feet at the bottom are half robot, half tiger, so that's nifty. Anyway, so the transformation, again, you know, because this piece up here like splits in half. And, you know, I'm just going to loosen it because this, you know, what I'm remembering right now. But also in the hands here, you want to pull these down, flip them in, close it back up. Same here. I actually spent the better part of an hour trying to figure out the transformation. The instructions are their typical lack of help. So I'm kind of just doing this from memory from the one time I did it. You know what? Since I'm back on the feet, I'm going to adjust the feet here. I'm going to flip up this piece here. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. And then, so the feet do this interesting thing where the gear takes in and pushes the other foot out. And this is as far as it goes. And then you can flip that in and fill out the rest. And there's the foot. And we can do it again here. Just watch the gear work. If I don't go too far, it won't. See, now I probably disconnected. Yeah, see, disconnect it in the back because I went too far. You can just reattach it. It's not a big deal. It's just, it's a pain. Anyway, fold that in, and we got that done. I would like to say that was the easiest or hardest part or whatever, but it is definitely not. Okay, so the head on the tiger actually has this piece that comes off here, and we're going to keep it off like that. We're also going to keep this one up here. Because what we're going to do is straighten out the wings so they're out of the way. Actually do this. And we're going to pull the back. And then there's this piece right here. You just flip it up. pull the white piece so you're not pulling the whole thing. And then we also want to detach the side piece here on the chest. And it creates a mishmash of mess that is like intimidating. Let's put it that way. So we'll flip the arms out from over there. Just flip it out. And then we can scooch forward a little bit here. I'm going to put his head in. I don't think you'd have to face him frontwards. If it causes a problem later, we'll do it. But when I was trying it before, it wasn't the problem I was having with this figure. So, you know, it should be fine, in theory. His famous last words. So, as you see, we're just splayed out here. I'm going to see if I can maneuver the wings up, get them out of the way a little bit. Kind of like this, because we want to move the legs forward a little bit. And just basically also spread them out. And what's going to happen is we're going to flip this 90 degrees so the head ends up kind of cradled in here. With the head cradled in here, you want to find this bit here, which has a little clip here, and turn it like this, because that will plug into here when we get to that point. Over here, there's a centerpiece. We want to turn it 90 degrees because it was originally like this. We're going to move it like this. And then we are going to fold down, make sure we keep folding down this, and we're going to keep moving this around until we basically make this the new back end, and we're straightening this out. And what happens here is, we'll see his ugly face. We will pull down this piece. Now this piece has a clip. It's going to plug into this little thing here. If it don't clip in, you're not going to get this together. This is what took me the most time, trying to get this to clip in. And when it does clip in, it does a nice satisfying click. Oh, come on. But I don't know if you have to be super perfect about it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. The arm, technically, you want to fold like this. That way you can have the blaster port here for this. Because this aims out the back end here. And try not to bend the wings too far because they only can go so far, and I don't want to break anything. So anyway, once we've done that, we can attach the head to the piece here, and you'll see that clips in right here. And the head is, at least on my copy, is so hard to maneuver, like, because I want it to be facing upwards. Although also, while we're looking at the head, he has a kiki mouth. Meow, meow, meow. No color, which would you think on a leader class you'd at least give him a tongue or something. But nope. But anyway, here's a top view of what we're doing right now. So we're just basically trying to place these last pieces. So here is something, again, part of the Hourglass. There's a tab here and a slide here. Same thing on this side. And if it clipped in, which we heard, it clipped in. And then these should, if they're straight, also clip in easily, and you would notice the gap here, let me move the legs out of the way, will disappear if it's clipped in correctly, and that did. Okay. And then this one, the same thing, because if it clips in, and it did not, although I can kind of feel it was in the vicinity, and then the top piece will clip in. I'm going to take that as a win because it took me so long just to get it this far. So anyway, this piece here. These come up, and these are going to connect this piece and this piece on both sides. Let me move the leg out of the way. And these of course will become the front legs. And if you do it perfectly, you'll end up putting the clip in and the little tab in. Let's see. I'm going to move the legs like this so I can grab onto something. And make sure this is straight. And that side's done. And now to do the next side. Because once you get one side in, the other side is more difficult to do. Oh, I'm just not gonna... Hold on. I'm gonna try something real quick. There we go. And, yeah, there's a gap here, but, you know... I mean, his head is up. You can lower his head by putting it back into position. Right here. Again, super tight joint. and you can get his head to do that. Just very tight. These pieces, see, they rotate in and out, and here's what I was talking about. Although I'm like, maybe if we switch this around, we'll get this to go all the way up. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's try something. Oh, there you go. Here, they lock into place there. So it looks pretty good. I'm sure it's Blast Effect compatible. I don't have any on me to try it with, but get the legs in place. Get the front legs in place. Get him down. Wow, he is actually so big. His wingspan is incredible. Look at that. And put the tail down. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Put up there. Looks like, yeah, just look at that. More or less how he looks. Even the claws on here are like robot and animal. So, that's interesting. But here's his back end shooter. This is his tail. His tail doesn't like rush flat, which is, I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting something along the lines of Silver Bolt where it does, but in this mode it just doesn't. Kind of just up like that. So pretty good. Just took so much time. The instructions suck. But once you get it and figure it out, you pretty much have it done. This is a great leader class figure.
With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this item. Did you get it, and how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.